CCX Sports presents coverage of high school girls lacrosse. Tonight it's a non-conference matchup featuring the Chanhassen Storm and the Breck Mustangs. From McKnight Field in Golden Valley at Breck School, John Jacobson along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, just a gorgeous Friday night here. Two teams that are pretty good. I mean, Chanhassen and Breck have had good programs the last few years with winning records. And it's a good matchup here tonight we've got.
A good matchup. They're both averaging 11.5 goals a game or better. And like you said, both have winning records. In fact, Breck has won 3 games in Chanhassen's conference, for heaven's sakes. I think they might want to play in that conference, but should be a fairly even matchup.
Chan comes in 8-1, Breck 5-4. We're probably a little tougher schedule overall that they have played. These teams have played the last couple of years in the regular season with Breck winning both times, and Chanhassen certainly would like to change that tonight. Head coach Rachel Aiken saying, you know, our girls will want to win this game. It's not a game for sections or anything like that, but you want to be building momentum as you get toward section playoffs, which are right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, and they're in the same section with Eden Prairie. So they want to build some momentum. They want to build program. I mean, it's about pride in the program. You got a winning record going. You want to keep it going. They've done very well, though. They've played a fairly tough schedule. They've done very well. The only blot is Blake, and that was the first game of the season. It'd be a way different game if they played again today. So they're looking to take some revenge off the last 2 losses to Breck over the past couple of years.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Chanhassen. Rowan Hodgins is an outstanding athlete. She's a great lacrosse player. Dan, this is not her best sport. She is an outstanding swimmer, the champion caliber swimmer going to Missouri on a scholarship, but a great lacrosse player. She's got 27 goals this year.
She really lit it up. Apparently she had AAU swimming right up to spring, and as soon as lacrosse started, she hadn't picked up a stick all year. She comes out and she scores 27 goals. I mean, she's a heck of an athlete. She's got some good size to her. She can move, but she can really throw the ball in the net. It'll be fun watching her tonight.
And for Breck, Eloise Cherian is their top scorer and has been able to score a lot this year. Over 30 goals for her, 33 to be exact.
33, and she's a junior, and this is when a junior has to step up. They only got 2 seniors on this team, so this juniors on the squad got to step up. She really has. She's pumped in 33, and we'll be watching for her to pick it up for the Mustangs. They're going to need her to do it tonight.
A pretty young team, as you mentioned, for Breck, but they've had success in the past, getting to the section final, but losing. Each of these teams has got a tremendous roadblock to get to state, because in Chanhassen's section, it's Eden Prairie, who's won state the last 2 years, and for Breck, it's Blake, who's been the state runner-up the last 2 years.
Yeah, of course, that's a rivalry, but, you know, Breck is young. They got 12, 10th, 9th, and 8th graders on this team. They're going to grow. They got a 10th grade goalie. That's the spot they got to improve on. They've given up 10 goals a game. If they can do that, they can put some hurt on people in sections.
Should be a good one tonight. Chanhassen, Breck, girls lacrosse. It comes up next here on CCX.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
With Dan Ficken, I'm John Jacobson. Welcome back to Breck School. We get ready for tonight's game between Chanhassen and Breck. Starters for Chanhassen tonight: Shea Curry, Lauren Armani, Ellie Wagner, Reagan Juve, Rowan Hodgins. Kaylin Cater is their goalie. She's just a freshman. Emma Silbernagel, Hodgins, Maddie Waldron, Sydney Soto, Olivia Satzer, and Grace Deering. And for Breck, Lydia Akins is their goalie. Amy Shermada, Deidre O'Neill, Taylor Nelson, Britt Helgus, Eleanor Applebaum, Hannah Polito, Eloise Cherian, Natalie Ott, Polly Burns, Lily Visaya, and Emily Duggan.
Well, it's important right now for Breck to go off to a good start. They need to, kind of possess the ball, John, kind of get that domination game in right here. They got to win draws. This young lady at Chanhassen is the third-rated draw specialist in the state of Minnesota, which is pretty good. Emma Silbernagel.
Going against Natalie Ott here. And it is a face-off win for Chanhassen and Emma Silbernagel. She's a senior, one of the captains for the Storm. Feeds the pass ahead. Grace Deering. And Chanhassen will set up on this opening possession. Satzer. Feeding it back to Deering, and they work it back left side. Juve, a senior. The Rowan Hodgins. There's 4 Hodgins girls on this Chanhassen team, all sisters. Rowan's the senior. Another one of the captains. She's got it here, their top scorer, and missed. And it will stay with Chanhassen.
Get a good look at Lydia Aikens there. 4-4 with 9.74 goals against with a .468 save percentage. She's going to have to lift that a little bit. The sophomore needs to pick it up here against this team. She's going to see a lot of shots tonight.
Chanhassen still with possession. Dropped, and the ground ball scooped up by Breck. Taken by Taylor Nelson, sophomore D. Move it up midfield, across midfield now. Still on the run. Nelson looking, passing in front, and traffic, a shot and a goal. What a great pass. And put away for a goal, and it's 1-0 Breck. Eloise Cherian netting the goal. And a terrific pass here by Taylor Nelson. What a great effort by her to pick up that ground ball and feed it up. And the goal gets Breck on the board.
Cherian coming across here gets a nice shot as she squares off on the goalie off the quick pass from Nelson. Did a great job there and just rifle one from a little bit distance. And the young goalie for Chanhassen, fantastic, .608 save percentage. Caitlin Cater, she is also a freshman. 8-1 record, 5.67 goals against, and they're pretty excited about her. But boy, first one coming in, Breck scores on her. Breck needed to do that right away, establish some kind of, a little bit of dominance, or let them know that they're in a game.
Another face-off win for Chanhassen as they get their second possession.
Silbernaker's got some good height on her. She doesn't have to try to throw the draw off to a teammate. She can pretty much throw it up in the air and go get it.
Ball loose down in front again, trying to pick it up is Deering. And possessed briefly by Juve. Lost it. Scramble for it. Who's going to get it? We'll get a whistle. It's going to go over to Chanhassen. Let's look at Rachel Aiken to the right there. Rachel is her 5th year as head coach. This was a co-op program for a while. She's actually been in the district for 10 years. We get a run to the net and a goal for Chanhassen for Emma Silbernagel. And that ties it up at 1.
Silbernagel here with a nice move. Kind of misses the pass, but she picks it up, stays steady, and just works herself inside. Evades the stick checks and puts it in the net, tie the game for the Storm. Well, she can win draws, John. She can also put the ball in the net. That's her 16th of the season so far.
So we are tied up at 1, just 2:19 into the game. I was starting to talk about Rachel Aiken. I mentioned been in the district, Chanhassen, Chaska School District for 10 years. It was a co-op program for the first few years, Chanhassen and Chaska, and she's been the 5-year head coach now of the Storm. Again, another face-off win for Chanhassen, and Juve with it. Nice spin to her left. And gives it back to Rowan Hodgins.
kind of interesting. Hodgins now with their goals is kind of sitting back a little bit, kind of seeing if somebody's going to come after her, maybe two people. But our coach had nothing but fabulous things to say about her.
Wagner getting it back to Deering. Deering now starting a run to the side of the net. Starting to draw a double team. Doesn't go for the net with a shot. Still looking for someone to pass it to. Short pass in some traffic. Ball on the ground and picked up by Breck. Polly Burns, the junior, up on the run. Takes a little bump from Silbernagel there. And look, there's Hannah Riggs, first year head coach. Actually played for Rachel Aiken in some lacrosse camps. She was younger, but first year's head coach here at Breck has them off to a 5-4 record. A good program here at Breck for girls lacrosse in the last several years. Now, Breck with possession. Applebaum, the freshman, moving through some traffic, a shot and a goal. Whoa, what an effort by the 9th grader, Eleanor Applebaum. And Breck is back in front.
Well, 9th grader, nice move here. A little shake big, just powers herself through the triple team, actually. First slide came, and then the second one came from the right. But nobody was cutting her off from the inside. And she made a great move right into that little opening and didn't even have to switch hands. She right-handed, stayed that way all the way, and buried it. And, we were talking, John, about how young the Mustangs are, and we're seeing it now, 9th grader coming through here. And this program is going to get good over the next few years here with these young kids playing.
And Breck wins the draw for the first time tonight. Natalie Ott's on the run for the Mustangs. As Vasaya on her left, decides to hold it herself, comes around now behind the net, trying to churn in front and shoots and scores. Ott wins the draw, keeps herself for that entire possession, and it's 3-1.
Nice change of speed by Ott here, coming around from behind the net. So he kind of hesitates and hesitates and hesitates, wait for it to clear out, and then she goes right through again, splits the D there and just rips it. And they're 3 for 3, John. They've scored on all 3 of their shots. Junior attack here for the Mustangs. That'll be her 30th goal of the year. Yeah, you look down the line here, the Mustangs have got 8 kids on this team that have put goals in the net. Chanhassen's got 14. So they're rather deep, but right now the Mustangs are taking it to them.
Possession win for Chanhassen. There's Deering. Deidre O'Neill marking her. Wagner. It's a pass off. Silbernagel. Stick up high for Breck. It'll be a whistle against the Mustangs.
Halo violation. Free position for Silbernagel.
Silbernagel in with a shot and she scores.
Well, Silbernagel's got 2 shots. She's got 2 goals for the Storm, getting them back to within 1. Nice move off the free position here. Just went right at it hard. Didn't have to switch hands. Picked her spot and put it there. It'll be interesting to see how this game goes along, John. It's awful darn warm out here, and there haven't been too many warm games for these teams to play outside.
Right. We've played just over 5 minutes already. 5 goals up on the board here in the first half at Breck. 1 week left in the regular season. Playoffs will start after Memorial Day. And Breck wins, or excuse me, Chanhassen wins possession again. Silbernagel has been pretty good on that this year, year and tonight. Waldron has it in front in some traffic, and Maddie Waldron decides to come back out. Gets it back into the stick of Hodgins. Now Hodgins trying to power way in. Whistle. It'll be against Polidel. Shot and in the goal. Hodgins from the free position able to score, and we're tied at 3.
Well, you'll see here she kind of gets up there, gets that stick up, and does a nice bounce shot off her left hand. And I think she's a lefty naturally, and that's kind of unusual in lacrosse. Yeah, nice bounce shot down, I think, just off to the right of the goalie there. Atkins, and we got a tie game. Well, Storm came back. They weren't waiting on it anymore.
Excuse me, yeah.
A funny thing when you win draws, all of a sudden it starts paying off for you.
2 goals, 38 seconds apart for Chanhassen has tied it up here. And this time, face-off win for Breck. Here's Ott, who had their last goal. On the move, dodge to her right, comes back, short pass, in some traffic, ball in the air, whistle. That's a goal against Breck.
Illegal stick check there, so on-field free position.
We'll see what Chanhassen can do. Getting possession back. Long pass left side is Wagner. Through a double team, gets out of it, still with it. And the ball knocked away by Cherian, but still possessed by the Storm. And here's Silbernagel. Working against Helgas. Silbernagel in, had it knocked away nicely. And a good defensive play by the Mustangs. That was by Shermetta, who's got it now, and then she lost it to Wagner. Back to Chanhassen, Deering with it. Deering trying to take a return pass from Wagner. It was a little high for her, and taken by O'Neill of Breck. Here comes O'Neill on the run for the Mustangs. In the open field. Being chased down by Hodgins. Now gets the pass off for Burns. Ott back behind the net with her pass. Picked back up and given to Polidel. And back out it goes. Applebaum. Applebaum, double-digit goal scorer this year for the Mustangs, has one tonight. Ott. And she'll back it out. Comes Burns with a shot and a save by Cater. I think it's the first save we've had, Dan, on either side tonight.
Yeah, nice save down by the feet. She finally got that basket down there and blocked it off. Kind of a rough shot. Forced issue. There was a double team in front, and but you know they've been successful shooting, so why not? But I think the goalie's done a good defense to start clamping down a little bit more.
Here's Waldron for Chanhassen. A lot of white jerseys around her, so gives it up on the pass to Satzer.
Yeah, both teams, John, have been really working dodge moves. There hasn't really been a whole lot of passing to create coming through the back door. You can see here another dodge situation. There probably should have been a stick penalty there up in the halo area, but we'll wait to see when defense gets a little tougher and those dodges don't work. They're going to have to start moving the ball around.
Here's Lydia Satzer, side of the net, and goes back behind, gives up the pass to Wagner. Wagner, good feed, shot away, and the save made on the shot from Waldron, and saved by Akins.
Nice play here, good opening and a good pass in there. All right, now we get away from the Dodgers, and we got a cutter coming through with a pass and a nice save. Atkins stepped up here.
And here comes Breck with get possession again. Here's Nelson at an assist on the first goal tonight. Ball on the ground, taken back by Chanhassen. Leah Hodgins moving in. Save made. And the ball picked up by O'Neill. O'Neill gets it out. Scooped up by Applebaum. Getting around Armani. still with it. Applebaum. Breck's got some numbers here. Applebaum with a shot and a good save by Cater. Makes another stop. Up and down the field we go.
Equally good clear by the goalie there. They went right back out again.
Here's Waldron. Pass to the middle.
Oh.
Rush to the net. Shot away, and the save by Akins. So each goalie coming up with a couple big saves here in the last few minutes, and we stay at 3-3. Play continues on. Here's Nelson for Breck. Nelson ahead on the pass. Idle now holding. Visaya. Centurion back out to Ott. Ott starts to move to her left. Draws a double team. Tough pass in front, but got it away and on the mark. And a goal for Cherian. And a good feed from Ott.
Straight down into the crease area and bang. Cherian's got it. Now I see why she's got so many goals. I think that would be her 35th goal of the year, John? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 tonight.
She just gets right in that hole in the middle, and when no one's around, she bursts and gets open, and they get the ball to her, and she just has that knack about turning her right shoulder, her left shoulder, and bringing it around and scoring. I would expect 2 people are going to be sticking on her after a while.
So after 6 total goals in the first 6 minutes, that was the first goal in over 5.5 minutes of play here. Breck has the lead again. They led 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, and now 4-3. And Breck has the possession. See if they can build on that goal a moment ago from Cherian.
Cherian's sitting on the outside now as they work the perimeter. She'll probably be a cutter here soon. Or they'll bring somebody from the backside.
Lionel, Cherian. Again, Breck just working that perimeter. That pass high, though, for Burns. Able to keep it in play for Breck as they keep possession.
Right now, you just scored. You just won a crucial draw, which hasn't been good to you so far in the game. And don't give an unforced turnover here.
And that pass a little high, but Cherian catches up with it. Off now for Lauren Ott. She's the 8th grade sister of Natalie Ott, number 11. Burns goes back behind the net to Natalie Ott. Patient possession here for the Mustangs. Applebaum keeps it in play. Under 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Rush to the net and then losing the ball was Burns. May have had it knocked away, though. And this, I think, will give Burns an opportunity from the free position.
Burns a little slow on switching her hands there, and they got a little bit of a stick there, although it was a little high and it was coming in toward the body. It's a legal check. So she gets free position, but at a bad angle.
Shot and a goal.
But she walks right to her left and puts the ball in the net, creates a better angle for herself. That's a nice player. She's got her eye on. She sees the spot she wants to put it in and just rips it before the 2 defenders get to her. Nice play. You look at these teams, John, that have all these big goal scorers, and it's nice to see other people stepping up to the plate, which is going to be important in section play here too.
So Burns able to score. That's her 11th of the season. And with 11:42 to go in the half, it's 5-3 in favor of the Mustangs. And a face-off win for the Storm. Silbernagle. Quick pass, shot away, and a goal. That's Leah Hodgins, the 8th grader, able to put it away. And the Storm back to within 1.
You see a nice move here, and doesn't switch her hands, but she gets it right-handed out and reverse hands it and puts it away for the Storm. 8th grader. Chanhassen's youth program is starting to step up to the plate here, John. We're seeing some young, skilled players playing at a varsity level here.
So Leah Hodgins answers the goal from Burns just 12 seconds later to get the Storm back to within 1. Ott possesses here for Breck. She's got a goal tonight and an assist for the Mustangs. And she'll set up camp behind the Chanhassen net.
If they weren't watching, would we show ball?
Yeah, I really like the way both teams are patient here. They're getting the offensive zone, and usually they'll come in and just set it up and start moving the ball around a little bit. We've seen a few lightning strikes real quick, but most of all, they're just doing some possession here, and I like that. Just be patient and get into your offense.
Burns back to Applebaum. Ott will hand off. They have Osseo. Back on the right side, Applebaum behind the net to Natalie Ott. Goalie Cater just watching the ball. Burns picks it back up. Starts to run in and then passes off to Applebaum again. 90 seconds so far in this possession, and really no moves toward the net at all for Breck yet. Applebaum back to Natalie Ott. Now it's Cherian. Go further out with the pass to Lytle. Cherian again. With 9.5 minutes to go in the half. Maybe the hold for one, Dan.
9 minutes and 18 seconds. That's why they initiated a shot clock in the men's lacrosse.
Last Friday was at Champlin Park, Osseo Park Center girls. It went 3 overtimes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. OPC finally won. But each team, starting with OPC at the end of regulation and then the overtimes, team would get a face-off win. They would hold and hold. And OPC finally won it with just 11 seconds left in that third overtime, sudden death. But it was this kind of thing. But obviously for a much shorter time with this 3-minute overtimes where it was just one possession.
Well, it draws are a precious thing, you know, and if you win one, you know, take advantage of it. And in an overtime situation, you want to take advantage of every single draw win. And that had to be a big win for OPC.
Having a good season. Lost to Centennial this week, but overall just 2 losses on the season for them. Now Breck, they work close to 3.5 minutes here on this possession. Lauren Ott back out. Osseo. Lytle. Burns comes over.
Chanhassen's giving good splits in between their D. They can bring a draw or a slide either direction toward if a dodge situation starts. But I'm not seeing any cutters coming through now. Here we go. Now we're starting to see some movement through the middle.
Cherian holding. She and Ott just tossing it back and forth there. Now they go back to the right side.
Storm definitely has Cherian marked here. They got a defender on all the time. She doesn't care about anybody else. She's watching Cherian.
Ott comes all the way back out high with it. Burns looks back to the middle of the field and holds it. And will feed it off to Visaya. Now Burns. Applebaum. And then back to the left. To Polito and to Laurenot. Visaya to Burns. We saw 10 seconds of urgency there.
Just a little scramble, and then
we're back to being very patient.
The ball carrier followed a cutter through coming in from the right-hand side of the net there, but nothing really developed off it. They did take a shot and went back to the patient game again. Hopefully somebody's keeping an eye on the Breck Mustang goalie to make sure she stays awake down there.
It's been over 6 minutes now. Breck possessing, no shots on net during this time.
You can see how the Chanhassen defense compresses. You know, they kind of step back and then they take advantage and really clog that middle up. I'm sure they don't want a cutter coming through that middle again like Cherian hit him for 2 goals already.
Oops, all on the ground, but picked back up by Visaya. Dan, you and I have done lacrosse quite a few years. I'm certain this is the longest possession I've ever seen.
You and me both.
Coming up on 7 minutes now. And we work down to 4.5 minutes to play in the first half.
Oh, it's a Dean Smith's four-cornered.
Yeah, yes.
You talking about lacrosse?
Messiah. To Applebaum. Breck, after tonight, just 2 games left. They're both at home next week. Wayzata Tuesday and Stillwater on Thursday. Chanhassen has a conference game at Cooper Tuesday, and then Farmington and Chaska. 3 games in 3 nights next Tuesday through Thursday. Whistle, and it'll stay with Breck as Burns got bumped there by Shea Carey.
It looked like Chanhassen got a little tired of it and brought a double team out on the ball carrier to force the issue here. So I'll look for that to happen again, but here we go.
Here comes on, turns and scores. Well, there was a payoff in the end.
There you go.
It took over 8 minutes, but Breck able to score. And they lead at 6-4.
That's the good part of it. Long possession like that. Nice move here coming around. It just comes around and just rips it really fast as 3 strong defenders came in on it. But, boy, can you imagine have that type of possession and walk away with nothing. Nice job, and they really made it pay him back out to a 2-goal lead for the Mustangs.
An 8-minute and 7-second possession. Ott's second goal tonight and 4th point. He has played well here for the Mustangs, and Breck again with a 2-goal lead. They've had 2-goal leads at 3-1 and 5-3, and now it's 6-4.
Big draw for Chanhassen right now. Big draw.
Silverdale got it up in the air.
Legal stick check there, I think.
It's going to go over to Silbernagle and Chanhassen. Now let's see what they do here, and if they're going to be patient or try to attack early in the possession. Juve getting it to Rowan Hodgins. Came through some traffic. Got a stick up high. That'll go against Breck. And we'll go back to Hodgins here from the free position. Zoning in on Lydia Akins. Hodgins in with a shot. Kept it low and got it in the net.
Well, there's some real coaching strategy there. When you get it back down into the attack zone, you give it to your leading scorer, let her do what she does. She gets a free position, and she doesn't fail. She goes right toward it and rips the ball. And she did that bounce shot that Atkins is having trouble. The last two saves Atkins made were up in the air, going for, the high corners. And Hodgins' goal, both of them have been bouncers, which are very difficult for a goalie to pick up. And big goal for the Storm, big goal.
Both goals for her from the free position, and Chanhassen again avoiding going down 3 goals, back to within 1 at 6-5. Silbernagle trying to win it to herself, got it up in the air, and again, Breck gets a stick in there as a whistle that's going to go against Breck, and another possession for Hodgins and Chanhassen. Pass ahead, Juve. On the move for Chanhassen. That draws a whistle. The stick came up on her high from Nelson. And now Juve from the free position. And a chance to tie it up. Moves in, shot away, hit the crossbar. In the air. And look at it again. Right off the crossbar.
Went high and beat Atkins that time.
Stays with Chanhassen. It'll be Ellie Wagner this time from the free position, the sophomore. She'll move in. A shot away and a save by Akins. And Breck holds its lead. Nelson took some contact from Deering there from behind. Stay with Nelson. And Breck on the run. They can add to their lead here in the final 2 minutes of the half. It's Cherian. Cherian, a couple goals tonight. We wind down toward a minute to play here in the first half. Breck has never trailed. They lead it right now by 1.
I don't think we'll see.
No, we're not going to see a shot.
Lightning quick. Yeah.
The last 10 seconds at the earliest. Might be the last 5.
We'll see if the Storm come in with about 30 seconds, go for a double team, try to force the issue, not let them sit back and, control this whole thing. You can see the Breck coach down there just instructing the kids, telling them what to do here and keep them on track.
Natalie Ott lost it. Able to pick it back up, but Soto fell for Chanhassen, although she might have had a shot at that ball. Here's Ott again. And Soto whistled there to go to Ott.
Stick toward the body. It always has to be away from the body when you're using a stick check.
Well, that's not going to go in for any kind of shot. Instead goes with the pass behind the net. A run, a little maneuver in a lot of traffic. A shot away from Burns, got blocked. Ball on the ground. And this will go against Breck. Just 5 seconds to go in the first half. Carey will put it in play. And that will be the end of the first half.
Well, That was a different half, to say the least. We started out like, fire wagon hockey here, lacrosse. So we had 6 goals in the first, 6 minutes of the game, John, and then it just kept getting slower and slower. And then we had an 8-minute possession by the Mustangs and holding on to a 6-5 lead here.
We'll take time out. We'll come back and look at some first half highlights and more. Watching coverage of high school girls lacrosse on CCX Sports. Halftime at Breck, the Mustangs leading Chanhassen 6-5. A great Friday evening for high school sports. And look at some highlights from the first half. Breck getting on the board just over a minute in. Elise Cherian scoring her 34th goal of the season. The assist to Taylor Nelson. Chanhassen able to tie it up on a goal from Emma Silbernagel. Made it 1-1 just under a minute later. And then a goal there later by Hodgins. That tied it up at 3. After letting some goals in early on both sides, each goal you're able to come up with some stops. Kaylin Cater for Chanhassen. Lydia Akins for Breck. There's the goal by Cherian that put Breck back in front. And the save there for Akins as Breck nursing a 1-goal lead at halftime. Standings in the Independent Metro Conference. Blake 2-0 in conference games, 9-2, and then Minnehaha Academy and Breck, just 3 teams that have lacrosse. Minnehaha part of a co-op program in the Metro West Conference. Chanhassen just ahead of Benilde St. Margaret's and Bloomington Jefferson, and Chaska, and then Park Cooper. 0-3 in the conference, although the Hawks 4-4 overall, and Bloomington Kennedy at 0-4 in the conference coming into play tonight. We'll go back to break. We'll come back with the second half of play. Breck Chanhassen, girls lacrosse on CCX. John Jacobson with Dan Ficken tonight. Breck and Chanhassen, girls lacrosse from Breck in Golden Valley. Chanhassen down by a goal. What's their strategy, do you think, going forward here, Dan, in the last 25 minutes?
Well, if Chanhassen keeps winning these draws, I expect Breck, as we talked about, will go back to that possession, and Chanhassen will start double-teaming on defense to not let them control the ball for that long.
Silvernager getting it off to Reagan Juve. Reagan back out with the pass to Hodgins and to Silbernagel. Now to Wagner. And back behind the net, it's Sotzer. Back to the right side, and they work the perimeter here, much as they did in their opening possession of tonight's match. Remember the first possession they had of the game, they lost it, and Breck came right down the field and scored. Similar to this, it was almost Nelson and a repeat of what she did in the first half, picking up the ground ball and heading downfield, but this time doesn't get the opportunities. The team's still fighting for it, and finally it is the Mustangs that get possession. Burns has got a goal tonight. We'll run it up the right side for the Mustangs. Spinning, lost it, still keeps it, but then ran out of play, just ran out of bounds. And it's back over to Chanhassen.
Oh, we were getting demonstrated there that, winning draws is fine, but if you make turnovers on the other side, it just negates it. And Chanhassen's got to start moving the ball a little bit more. They hold on to it a little too long when they go in the attack mode. A little bit too much one-on-one play. They need to like the Mustangs did. Mustangs had a nice way of moving the ball into a shooter into the crease area, or the slot, if you want to call it that. So we'll see if they start setting some of that up, but too much dodging.
Silvernagle with it again for Chanhassen.
I love full team. So good.
Back to Juve again, looking in front
I don't know.
for either Hodgins or Silvernagle, who are both
It's like
making some maneuvers in front for the Storm.
It's like you can order it on Amazon and just pick it up and unlock it.
Back to Waldron.
No. I don't really shop at Whole Foods that much.
Well, the one thing that surprised me too about the Mustangs, they're playing good defense. They're staying centered. They're really keeping that ball to the outside, and they've shut down the dodges.
But the one bias sounds like a
Here comes Deering on the attack. Spin back to her right and then backs it off and gives the pass to Wagner. Wagner with the pass in front. Hodgins dangerous, but didn't feel, or Juvie rather, didn't feel like she had a good angle to shoot at, and comes back out with the pass, and they'll reset now with Hodgins. She'll make the move in and bounces a shot in for a goal, and we're tied at 6. Third goal of the night for the senior, Rowan Hodgins.
Well, nice job. She's a left-hander, and if you'll watch, they clear everything out for her off to the right side of the field and let her go to the left, which is unusual. And you could see there was nobody there for a slide. It was basically her and her defender, and she got in tight, and she made a nice bounce shot into the right-hand side of the net. Well, she got him back within one in the first half, and now she got the game tied up.
The kind of athlete that a lot of us dream about. She's, this is not her best sport, even close. She only plays it during lacrosse season.
Yeah.
She's their best player, but she's a Division I swimmer, and that's her sport. But there's some, you can run across people like that. A friend of mine, Dean, was like that. When growing up, he was a great hockey player, but he could play football. He's a terrific tennis player, and he'd go on golf, and he'd beat me all the time. He just and that's how it is with a few people. Not a lot of us are blessed with that.
Well, we've seen a few here. I remember this young lady called Wendell that could pretty much play any sport she darn well wanted.
She was as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Now Chanhassen trying to take their first lead of the night. Silvernagle, and the whistle against Breck, and she'll get a chance here from the free position to put the Storm in front.
Set up a nice pick play there for Silvernagle, and
decides not to go in with any kind of a shot, but a good pass in front, and a shot by Waldron. It's wide, it's behind the net. And this will go against Nelson, and it'll be Waldron with the possession here for Chanhassen. Oh, excuse me, that's Deering with it.
Yeah. I like the way Chanhassen came out. They've got some patterns set up here, so we saw a nice play the last time they scored. Let's see what they set up tonight, right now.
Wagner back out high. It's Silvernagle. Moving in, backs off a little bit.
So she has a tough time switching hands. She cannot go to her left hand, and they know it.
Back to Wagner it goes. Started to run in on the net. Nelson kind of cut her off there. Good pass to the side of the net. A lot of traffic there. Shot away, stopped, but picked up by Waldron. Good job after Sotzer's shot. It got deflected, and he can get it all the way to the net. Here comes Deering out in front. She'll shoot, and a save made by Akins. Another ground ball picked up by the Storm as Deering gets it back again. A long possession here for Chanhassen, but they've definitely been attacking here in this possession. Then lost by Silbernagle. Nelson trying to pick it up, and this will go against Chanhassen. It will be the Mustangs with the ball back. Taylor Nelson, the sophomore.
Silbernagle with a stick check there on Nelson, but see Nelson get it broken out. And this might be the first full possession for Breck here in his half.
Yeah, it is. It's the end of the hands now of Polidal. She gets moving for the Mustangs. Now we'll set up back behind the net. And feed it off to Natalie Ott. Ott. Nowhere to go there with a shot, and wisely comes back out instead with a pass to Burns. Played 6+ minutes here in the second half. First 6 minutes of the game, we had 6 goals, but just one so far here in the second half from Hodgins that tied it at 6. In traffic, losing it was Applebaum.
Yeah, there was a halo violation there. We saw the goggles get knocked, got within the 9-inch circle around the head, but good defense by the Storm here and got possession back.
Lauren Almani, another one of the captains for Chanhassen. She went down hard. The whistle against Breck. Look at it again.
Boy, that would almost be a yellow card. I'm surprised they didn't pull one out there.
There comes Armani. Back behind the net, Satzer. Satzer, the rush toward the front, then backs it off a little bit, looking for someone to go to at the pass, and then we'll go back behind the net to Deering. Deering gets a little push from Nelson. It's to Wagner. Wagner moves in, got some free space, but didn't feel like she had a good chance there. We get a whistle, though. It's going to be against Breck, and Wagner will have an opportunity from the free position. Wagner moves in, doesn't shoot. Back out, gets the pass, though. Deering, she's in some traffic. Gets herself clear for releasing the ball to Juve.
Boy, John, I'm noticing here, Chanhassen, the inability to switch hands.
Shot away, and this one gets through for a goal. It's Libby Satzer, the junior, with her first goal tonight, and that's the first lead for Chaska in the game. It's 7-6 Storm.
Makes nice room again. She's a lefty coming around from that side. Usually they'll attack from the other side and just gets a shot down low, and gives the Storm a first lead of the game, like you said. But I'm struck by how many of the kids cannot switch hands. They're either right-handed or left-handed, and it's really restricting their capability to complete a good dodge.
Satzer with her 10th goal of the season to put the Storm in front. A possession win for Chanhassen and a whistle against Breck. And Juve has it, and she'll set it up here for the Storm. It's to Wagner. Silbernagle. Holding. Moving toward the net, Silbernagle dodging back to her left. Into the hands of Juve. Draws some attention and comes back out with it. Pass in front. Hodgins possesses it.
Well, they're making smart plays here, John. They're not forcing it. If they don't have it, they pull it right back out again. But I like the way they're moving. They're in attack mode. They want to move and get some opportunities to score.
Now Silvernagle coming back out. Wagner got bumped, and that'll draw a whistle. And Wagner will get a shot here for Breck here from the free position.
Boy, I haven't seen physicality like this in a long time, and I'm really kind of surprised with the 2 knockdowns. We haven't seen the yellow card, which is the official penalty in girls lacrosse, where somebody actually has to sit down.
Here's Deering. The Silvernagle. There's 2 goals scored in this half, both by Chanhassen. Silvernagle with a shot and a goal, able to slip it past Eakins and in. And now it's a 2-goal lead for the Storm. Silvernagle second tonight. Third.
Eakins is like back. She's pretty outside there again. They go low on her, and she's been having trouble. Eakins been having trouble getting that basket down, pick it off. But just a continuous attack, and they're not afraid to throw the ball at the net. And when you hit the net with the ball, John, good things happen usually. And the winning of these draws has been really, really important for Chanhassen.
Silvernagle's 3rd goal tonight, 18th of the season. The Storm have now scored the last 4 goals of this game. And another win for them. Here comes Juve on the run. Pass, and Hodgins cutting in front. Couldn't catch the ball. It's going to go against her, though, and possession here for Breck.
There's the yellow card right there.
So Hodgins will come out.
Interesting call there.
Stop the clock, please. Stop the clock.
Going to stop the clock. Writes the player down. So possession for Breck. I think this is their, second possession of the half?
Yeah, I mean, it's the second time they've got it across the 30.
Right. Cherian to go against Chanhassen, give Cherian an opportunity to get Breck on the board.
Kind of waiting to see her start getting more assertive here in attack and get her in a free position. And she doesn't take the shot. Okay, well, she knows her man up. They've got the Storm in a penalty kill situation. So
here comes Natalie Ott. She churns and fires and scores. And Ott has her 3rd goal of the night, and it's 8-7.
pretty much the same move she's used. She just comes around that right side and she can just whip it around from the left-handed side, and she rips one past, Cater there, and they needed that one, John. They were starting to slip away a little bit.
Ott's 3rd tonight, 32nd of the season.
And Breck is still up. They still have a man advantage. I believe it's a 2-minute penalty, and it's non-releasable, so you basically can score as many goals as you want.
Big face-off here, Dan, for both teams.
Yeah.
So I would love to win it and give her team an opportunity to kill off more of that penalty time, and it is picked up by Wagner.
They're calling for the double here. When you're a man up coming, double team the ball carrier.
Juve saw Wagner that the double team was coming on her, and let's go back to the right instead to Waldron. Sanser had some space there, but they're going to keep possession instead. Back to Silvernagle on the pass from Deering.
They just made the other access guard.
Silvernagle out to Wagner. Wagner in some trouble, but able to get out and get the good pass off to Deering. Deering draws the double team now. Deering trying to get out of that or find someone to pass it to, but then they knocked the ball away from her. Good play by Helgas to knock it away and picked up by O'Neill. And O'Neill, new double team, and that time a whistle though against Chanhassen.
Interesting move here. You can see the stick come in there like a cross check in hockey, and they frown on girls' contact here. So Breck getting the ball back. Kind of thought that there was the halo violation on Breck there on Wagner. She went down low. Was it? Yeah, I think it was Wagner.
Pass up the right side. Breck trying to keep it in play, and Applebaum does. Applebaum looking to the center of the field. Still with it. Moves toward the middle in front. Applebaum now will give it up on the pass to Ott. Ott in front, turns and scores. And we're tied at 8. Ott's 4th of the game.
Nice move by Ott here. You can see the 3 players there, and just she gets around, and as one peels off, it turns into a double team because of the man advantage they had. And boy, a nice play, nice goal, and tie game now. And now they're even strength again.
So we are tied at 8. Ott with back-to-back goals, coming 2 minutes and 14 seconds apart.
Now keep Ott in mind here, John, as we wind down to the end of the game here, because this is a tight game. And we might see that possession situation if they win a draw here. Boy, Chanhassen just...
Here comes Silbernagel now. Get up to Wagner. On the loose is Hodgins. Gave the pass up. And the traffic is detained. Bella detained, then gave pass back behind the net. Sonser turns and scores.
My!
Libby Sonser.
Is that her second or third, John? But boy, she came in and got that short side. Watch this. Comes in, gives it a twist, finds the short side low. And Aikens there, and Chanhassen picks up the lead again.
Nice job by the junior. Put Chanhassen back on top.
Yeah, that's one thing about the girls' game too, John. So you hear all the talking going on. I mean, they're talking back and forth to each other, directing each other. I'm going over here, move it over there, send the double. You know, just nice communication by both teams.
Silbernagel wins the draw. On the run for Breck. There's a whistle rather against Breck, and Chanhassen keep possession. Silbernagel put it in play, get it, the pass to Hodgins. Hodgins will give it to Wagner.
Might we see a slowdown by Chanhassen now? They got the lead.
Winding down toward 10 minutes to play in the second half. Silbernagel. Pass in front, Hodgins. Oh, that she didn't have a great shooting opportunity, and Wisely came back out. Now gives it up to Wagner. Oh, just missed on the cutter on the pass to Detain, who couldn't get it. And this will go against Nelson of Breck. No, excuse me.
She's going to get it. Good play by Nelson.
Yeah.
She got nice and aggressive that time and got that turnover.
So instead, it's Breck with a possession. Looking to level the score here. Cherian on the run. Great pass. Not unable to handle it, though. Whistle Push on Chanhassen.
Uh-oh.
Here's Cherian from point-blank range. And good defense by Chanhassen. Soto came and covered her up pretty quick. Couldn't get a shot away. And now Chan has it back. And Juve fouled by Burns. Pass too high and turned over to Breck. Applebaum has it. Applebaum. Pass away. And Lido. And a foul whistled here against Chanhassen.
Stuck her arm out with both hands on the stick, kind of a cross-check motion into the body.
Lido opts not to shoot. He'll give up the pass instead to Ott. Here comes Burns. Lido to Burns. Burns draws the double team. Still holding. We're under 8 minutes to play. Out to Cherian. Here comes Cherian attacking a shot and a goal. And we're tied at 9.
Well, at first you don't succeed, go to your top scorer. Nice move by Cherian, who just comes across here, and she doesn't switch hands. She brings it back in between the sticks and goes high on the opposite end. Watch her now. She's going to go left. Bang, you know, watch that stick. She'll bring it back as she's coming across and brings it back into the net. Boy, big goal by Eloise Cherian. Yeah, you look at the quantity of goals she has, John, but proven here she's getting them when they need them. She got 2 big ones in the first half, and now she's got a couple here in the second half, I think. She's got 4, I believe, or 3?
3 tonight.
3, yeah.
2 in the first half, 1 here in the second.
That was a big one for the second half for her.
Possession win here for the Storm, then the ball lost, and back over to Cherian and the Mustangs. Popped right away out of the stick of Leah Hodgins. And now lost by Breck and taken back by the Storm. Satzer got it. Here's Wagner.
My girlfriend said it was pouring in St. Paul.
Juve with a shot.
Save.
Save made. Nicely done by Akins. Possession Breck. O'Neill has it. O'Neill trying to move herself out of danger and gets it back to Nelson. And a pass missed, and it's back to Chanhassen. Turnover by Breck. Maya Hodgins. That's a foul against Breck. With a save by Akins, got that stick up, and able to make that save to keep this game tied.
She got to sense that ball more than saw it. You know, with lacrosse too, it isn't necessarily the quantity of saves, it's when you make key saves. That was a big one right now.
Juve back to Waldron. Shot away and a good save again. Akins able to see the shot from Satzer, who scored on a shot similar to that just a few minutes ago. Akins ready for it this time and makes another save.
She probably figured out they're going to shoot low on me because that's why they had success. And there's 2 good saves there, John. Real crucial saves.
Tied at 9 with under 5.5 minutes to play. Natalie Ott has been dangerous tonight offensively for Breck. On the run again for the Mustangs. They'll work it back to the middle. Gets the pass to Burns. Burns on a run. And that's a Whistle against Chanhassen. Burns will be set up in pretty good position here.
Stick up again. See if Burns goes right to the net.
Shot away and the save made. She's in a lot of traffic there, and Cater saw that one pretty well and made the save. Loose ball picked up by Cater, knocked away from her, but then foul against Helges, which the Breck fans agreed with. Wagner has it for the Storm. And now they're on the move, trying to break this tie. Shot away, and Satzer. He just went wide, or did Aikens get a piece of that? I think she just missed the net.
Yeah, I think that went wide. But Saucer's all alone, John. There was nobody down there covering her. They didn't get back. And she's hot right now.
Oh, and a turnover on the pass. Wagner gets it to Saucer, and there's a foul on Nelson.
And frankly, not a bad foul by Hunter there, or by Nelson. Just that was a kind of a brutal body check, but Saucer was there and an opportunity to score. And the tie game, yeah, go ahead and take it and give her the free position.
Saucer gets the pass to Wagner. And they choose not to get a shot there. Instead, they'll keep possession. Pass coming back out to Silbernagel. 3.5 minutes to go. Silbernagel's shot is in for a goal, and Chanhassen back in front.
Silbernagel long and tall, gets that stick up. Comes in on the far side, goes left side, high-low, and gives the Storm the lead. Okay, we're getting down to it now, John, with 3:21 left on the clock here. Crucial draw. I think now, too, in a situation, if Chanhassen wins this draw and you're the Breck Mustangs, you got to start bringing a double team on the ball carrier. You need to get some possession here. So cause a turnover if you don't win the draw. That's a legal procedure. Oh, boy.
It's twice against Breck here in this half.
Yeah.
So Silbernagel started out here for Chanhassen. Gets it to Hodgins. Hodgins, whistle is going to be against Nelson.
Well, the one thing I like about Nelson, she ain't afraid to get some physical contact on there. She's done a pretty good job with that.
Hodgins from the free position. Goes back out with the pass to Silbernagel. Pass in front, a lot of traffic to Hodgins. Long explanation. It's going to go over to Breck. Or excuse me, it'll stay with Chanhassen.
I think they called offside on the forward standing out there in the 30-yard line. I think she stepped over the line. Wow.
Hodgins a shot and a big save for Aikens. How big is that with a margin 1 goal? You don't want it to go to 2 with just over 2 minutes to go in the second half. But Aikens comes up big. Pass, trying to get it to Cherry. Ball on the ground and taken back by Chanhassen. Another Breck turnover. Wagner with it. She'll back it back out with 2 minutes to play. There's that save a moment ago from Lydia Aikens.
Boy, that was a big one right there. Big one.
So under 2 minutes to go. Final 2 minutes of the half in game. It's stop time on a whistle. The Breck can stop it. Just they feel they need to try to get the ball back. Take some chances. Well, you don't want to have it up that high like O'Neill did, and Wagner. That stunned her a little bit, and that's O'Neill's going to have to come out for that. Raked right across the face. So O'Neill out.
goggles protect, but they can jar you a little bit when they get hit hard with the stick. So Chanhassen's a man up now.
Oh, and the pass goes high and out of play over to Breck. Too high for Detain. And Nelson has it back for the Mustangs.
Big turnover there, big turnover.
Nelson getting the pass. Polidal on the run. Polidal, middle of the field. Nice little dodge move. Headed toward the net. Shot by Ott. A great pass, and Ott puts it away to tie it up.
Wow. Nice play by the Mustangs. Totally unselfish. A ninth grader, Hannah Polidal, bringing it down, handing it off to Ott, who was down by herself, who just brings it across. Look at this pass. Look at that. Right there, right in her wheelhouse. She comes in, she comes across the front and just buries it, and no doubter. And we got a tie game with 1:15 left. Now, do you think this draw is going to be a little important now? This is a big one.
And now timeout taken here by Breck. First timeout we've had taken by either side in tonight's game. Boy, how big was that turnover? You don't turn it over there. You get a chance to at least have a chance to run out the clock, but then give it back. Really an unforced error.
Yeah.
And Breck takes advantage. To their credit, they come down and convert to tie it up at 10 here.
Well, smart plays too. A nice run. Two good passes. Nelson to Polidal, Polidal down, seeing what was in front of her and getting the ball to Ott, who was just wide open. Just a critical mistake by the Storm, but nice, smart playmaking by the Breck Mustangs to get this thing tied up. And how big were the saves by Aikens, John?
Yeah,
I mean, we saw three there in the last 2 minutes that she just shut the door and kept it close and gave her team a chance now in the last minute or last 2 minutes to tie it up.
Yeah, for the most part, the second half, really, Chanhassen has really controlled play.
Yes. Yeah.
And they have one more goal than Breck here in the second half, but it feels like they could have more.
Well, like you said, I mean, Aikens has made a big difference in this half for the Mustangs. And, both these goalies are freshmen. And, boy, they're really getting, tested under fire here in this game. And it's going to make them better players as the years go by. But I just like the fact that the Mustangs have played smart. And I like their coaching staff. They did a good job in the first half. Let's not let this thing get away. Let's slow them down. Let's hold on to the ball. And then, of course, Ott scores off that 8-minute possession. And they walk in halftime 1 goal up. All right, they're still in the game. And now it's been kind of an attacking half with not very many possessions for the Mustangs at all, John, but they've capitalized at key times, especially in that last run.
Ott with 5 goals tonight, the last one tying it up with 1:15 to go. Kaylin Cater back between the pipes for Chanhassen. Lydia Aikens, the sophomore, going down for Breck, and see if either of these goalies comes back with another big save and another crucial face-off. Silvernagel's won the majority of these tonight, but not all of them. This time it'll be Polidal. It'll give it a chance to go against Emma Silbernagel.
Long and tall against long and tall. Nice change by the Mustang coaching staff. Let's see what Polidal can do here.
Silbernagel win it herself and does. Gets possession and into the hands of Rowan Hodgins. Quickly to Ellie Wagner. Hodgins attacking, lost the ball, but picks it back up. Under a minute to go. Silbernagel starting a run to the net, still with it with a shot. Stop made, ball loose, and it is still on the ground. Trying to pick it up is Waldron, number 15 for Chanhassen. Nelson back there for Breck, and Breck finally gets it, but running out of bounds. I think Breck, Shermetta felt she was pushed out as she was being pushed to the sidelines by Leah Hodgins, but it'll go over to Chanhassen. Now Leah Hodgins with it. The 8th grader comes out front. A shot, another big save by Aikens. Taken by Rowan Hodgins and puts it in for a goal. On the rebound, scores for Chanhassen with 23.7 seconds to go. So Leah Hodgins, one of the 8th grade twins gets the initial shot here. She and her sister,
Nice
Siri,
save.
8th graders. And then it's the big sister, Rowan Hodgins, the senior, puts it away and gives Chan a 1-goal lead.
Well, Aikens with a good save there, John. Unfortunately, she lost it. She didn't quite get it on the basket, caught the edge and flew up in the air. And Rowan Hodgins, leading scorer for the Chanhassen Storm, grabs it and gets her 4th of the night, a big one that gives them the lead with 23.7 left. Wow, big turnover there at the back of the field, and I'm not so sure Breck didn't have an argument there.
On the air, Silvernail trying to knock it down, but it's taken by Cherian. One last chance for the Mustangs. Under 20 seconds to go. Cherian on the run. In a lot of traffic. And a whistle. This is going to go against Chanhassen. We're going to get a free position opportunity for Cherian. 9.8 seconds left on the clock. Chance to tie it perhaps for the Mustangs. Cherian moving in. And it knocked away.
Oh,
and
no.
a whistle against Hodgins.
Back toward the body. No, a little too high and a little too from the back. Okay, this is scary.
Cherian will get another opportunity. Moves in, shot away, and it's in. Getting a piece of it was Cater, but not all of it. And we're tied up.
Well, John, the last minute here, guess who stepped up? The two leading scorers on each team have stepped up to the plate. Cherian Grader had a nice run, got it into the zone, made 2 good efforts, got 2 free possessions, and finally made the second one pay off. She's had a great year for the Mustangs. And she's only a junior.
Our 4th goal ties it up. And we are going to go to overtime, Dan. 4 seconds
so.
officially on the clock. So we're going to have to shoot it from there. It doesn't, and then we are at overtime now for this one. Sudden death overtime coming. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We are tied up at 11. Chanhassen, Breck, more girls lacrosse after this timeout on CCX.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
With Dan Ficken, I'm John Jacobson. It is 11-11 as we go to overtime here at Breck. Mustangs and Chanhassen. This is going back and forth. Neither team with more than a 2-goal lead tonight. Breck had a few of them in the first half. Chanhassen got up 8-6 at one point here in the second half, but since then it's been nip and tuck all the way. Chanhassen going up 9-8, 10-9, 11-10, and each time Breck able to answer. The last one with 4 seconds to go by Eloise Cherian, tying it up at 11. We go to sudden death overtime here on a great Friday night in Golden Valley.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that Chanhassen isn't going to take the pedal off, or the metal off the pedal. I'll tell you what, they will continue to attack, especially if they win these draws. They're going to go after it right away. I don't know if Breck will. Breck might hold on to it and just work for that one shot. Chanhassen, though, they've got to stop the turnovers. It's been killing them in these last 3 minutes.
Silver Eagle. And that stick up in the air and deflects it down, gets it to Wagner. Whistle. Stick came across from Polido. It'll be Breck or Chanhassen possession. Now the overtime, much like the last 2 minutes of regulation, stop time. But it just takes 1 goal to win. Silver Eagle can try to end it early maybe. Nope, she'll back it out a little bit. Charian on her.
Good defense, good decision here. Move it around.
Waldron. To Hodgins, back. Here's Satzer. Turning, didn't have a good angle. Was well defended there by Shermetta. Wagner, and back out it comes to Silbernagel. Oh, pass a little bit behind Wagner. Picked up, though, by Hodgins. Has it. Shot away. And it goes wide. Bacon's got a piece of that again, but it will be Chanhassen will keep possession.
You can't let Hodgins get away with that ball like that.
2 minutes to go now in the first overtime. Deering to Wagner. On 45 and counting. Here comes Rowan Hodgins. Shot away and a goal. And Chanhassen wins.
Cute little move there by Hodgins. She's a lefty, but when she got the ball, she switched it over to her right hand and then drew herself over to the right-hand side of the field and then made a dodge. She made a quick move to the right, and then she came right back to the left, switched her hand to the left where she could shoot, and buried it in the short right-hand corner. Well, when you got a game to win, you need a goal. You go to the person who's been scoring a lot of goals. That's her 6th one tonight. Wow. What a performance. Great job by her.
And she wins it for Chanhassen. They pick up their 9th win in 10 games this season. And I think they felt they had the opportunities to win in regulation. They had to go to overtime, but in the end, they get the win here as we head into the last week of the regular season. They're now 9-1, and Breck drops to 5-5. That will do it for our telecast tonight. More lacrosse coming in the playoffs here on CCX. 1 week left in the regular season, then the postseason begins right after Memorial Day. For Dan Ficken and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for tuning in. This was a good one tonight in Golden Valley, and it's Chanhassen winning it over Breck, 12-11, the final.